Hi, I'm EllaAradia and welcome to your July 2025 Psychic Tarot Love Reading. So this reading is for my Aries fire signs. This is a love reading and it's for those of you who are already connected with someone, even if you're currently in no contact with your person. This will be a very specific message, so it may not resonate for all of you. If it feels right, then it's meant for you. Otherwise, you may want to check out the readings for your other placements, so Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And before we jump in, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who are supporting my channel by liking and subscribing. So if you enjoy this reading and you haven't already done that, please do, as it really helps the channel out. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and then of course you can get notified when the next videos are up. So Aries, let's jump in. So what I'm seeing, Aries, is I feel for many of you there is a question around being on the same page as your person. When I look at your energies, I feel like you're ready, Aries. You're ready for commitment. You're ready to really invest your energies, to work towards building, something for the long term, for the future. And when I feel into your person, I feel like they're just not quite there yet. But at the same time, I feel like there are feelings for you. There's deep feelings. Because I feel love and caring towards you. So I feel like this is someone that you've been involved with for some time. It doesn't feel like a brand new connection to me. And there's something that's holding them back from really embracing this connection. And the word that I see here is independence, a fear to lose independence in some way. Now for some of you this might be showing up as your person being kind of very goal-orientated, career, that might be taking a lot of their time. And for others it feels like there is a fear of letting go of that independence, where your person is kind of going out all the time with friends, like socializing, and a fear of perhaps letting go of a version of themselves that they were before they met you. But at the same time, there are these deep feelings towards you. And there is also this sense of knowing that there is something more, there's something more significant to the connection that you have with each other. And with your overall energies, we have the Fool, which is all about new beginnings, and it's about moving into a whole new phase in your life, a whole new chapter. So the ending of one, the beginning of a whole fresh new chapter. And really embracing that, taking that step, taking that leap of faith into perhaps the unknown, but really embracing that with openness, open heart and curiosity. And so this is the invitation here of, moving into a whole new phase with each other, moving to the next level. So with your person's view of you, we have the Ten of Cups, their feelings, the Four of Wands, and their intentions towards you, the King of Cups. These are absolutely beautiful cards. So your person is really wanting to have, that happily ever after, that dream come true. They're wanting that stability. And with this King of Cups, I feel like this is someone that, you know, really loves you. But yet there's this conflict here where there's fear to, you know, really open up and, you know, have this Four of Wands, to have, you know, this dream come true, this happily ever after. And a fear to perhaps let go of an old version of themselves, because I feel like they're on the cusp. It's like on a deep soul level, you know, what their soul really wants is, you know, that love, that stability, that commitment. But at the same time, you know, there is this fear to let go of, you know, this old version of themselves. But I feel if they were really honest with themselves, you know, they would know that that old version is something that's, you know, maybe not working for them anymore. It's something that's not fulfilling. And the invitation here is this whole new fresh start with the Fool. And something that brings, you know, this happiness of this Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands here. And in the challenge, we have the Two of Swords, which is a card of choice. Sometimes it's about a choice that's being avoided, which I feel is what's happening with your person. You know, sometimes it's a difficult choice, a choice that we're, you know, not wanting to face. And I feel that the invitation here for your person is to really connect into that heart space and really get in touch with, you know, what does their heart truly want here? As this card often represents that conflict between, you know, the mind and the heart. And in the challenge position, you know, this is a choice that's perhaps being avoided at the moment. And alongside that is your hidden influence, so super interesting cards. So Judgment, which is all about reevaluation. It often comes up at a point in our lives where it's a life review. It's for many a call to accountability around, you know, our part to play and the experiences that we're having. And I feel like this is where your person is at. It's a point of this life review of really looking at, you know, what needs to be let go of, what no longer serves, and what do you take moving forwards. It's really about learning from the past. And with your feelings, we have the Queen of Cups. So we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, which is absolutely beautiful. So there's so much love between the two of you. And the challenge is really about your person embracing that and, you know, letting go of those fears and those insecurities. This is a deep bond. You know, this is a soulmate connection. And I feel like there's soul agreements between the two of you to meet, to have this experience, to embrace this opportunity of opening up to something deeper, something greater, and not being afraid to, you know, let each other be seen. So with your advice and guidance from the universe, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So Knights do always represent change. They're messengers of change. But this is also about pursuit, and it's about just putting one foot in front of the other. You know, taking your time, going carefully, but being consistent and just moving forward, putting one foot in front of the other here. And with your potential outcome, we have the Sun, which is clarity. So clarity on this whole situation, which I feel for many of you has been causing a lot of anguish, sadness, you know, fear and worry, because there's been this sense of, you know, being, falling, like drifting apart from each other. And, you know, of course, this is someone that, you know, there are all these deep feelings for this person. But this is a card of, you know, happiness and success. And I feel with a little patience and a little bit of time, that will just allow your person to really get in touch with their true feelings and to, you know, make that move towards, you know, opening up to, you know, that healthy love with you. So let's just get your person's hidden message for you. Okay, Aries, so I feel you even though we're apart. I left you before you could leave me. Now that's all about on an emotional level in regards to this reading here, the pulling back, afraid to perhaps get hurt. I'm starting to understand our connection. It's time for us to heal now. Okay, Aries, I'm going to leave it there. So if this reading resonated, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, moving forwards, no matter what comes through in a reading, you know, always trust what feels right for you. So thanks so much for being here, and I wish you a great month ahead.